Now let's just say you are a dum-dum who's never made money in his life, and all of a sudden you're like, you know what? I want to be the richest guy in the family, or the richest girl. Well, this was exactly me back in 2018. So I don't know why, but I had that thought, and then I just went and I searched up how to make money online, and then I bought my first ever course, which was Amazon FBA from Dan Vass. So after a few months, I basically implemented the course, and while I had like my little Wonderland job, which was like the amusement park job as a ride operator, I did the course, and my bank went from having a few $1,000s to having this. Which is literally negative money. But literally just a year after that, a year and a half, I was able to pick myself back up, and I made my very first $100,000 in profit. And right now, like, just making way more than that. But in this video, I'm gonna share with you an entire game plan so that even if you were like a super dum-dum, if you just follow the game plan, bro, like if you literally just follow it, you'll be good. But now listen, I'm assuming that you have no degree and for some reason, like you just don't want to get a job. Even though there's like nothing wrong with getting a job, you just don't want to get it for some reason. But look now, step number one, it might sound like a super unrealistic and unrelated to all these things. And to be completely honest, back in the day for me, I never did step one. But I am including step one because had I done step one, bro, I would have been like so many years ahead. But step one, aim to become a top 1% in strength and health. Now, why is this important, becoming top 1% in strength and health? Because listen, if you can lift heavy, then you know you're healthy. Like there's no way you can actually lift heavy and you're not healthy. Like that for you can just literally become like a litmus test to see if you're sick or not. So if you one day you go to the gym and you can't lift as heavy as you can, then there's something wrong with you that day, bro. You're probably sick or something. And as you know, like without health, all these other steps that I'll tell you are not even important. You can't even do them if you're not healthy. So this is the first reason. You want to be able to lift heavy because if you're lifting heavy, then you know that you're healthy. But the second reason, bro, is that when you're top 1% in strength and health, or when you aim to become top 1% and you're able to lift heavy, like just the discipline alone, just the fact that every single time you just want to be eating healthy, like you're so disciplined with your diet, with eating nutritious food, with waking up early and having good enough sleep, all of that stuff literally means that you're made to run a business. If you don't know how to do all these things with your own body, you're not made to run a business. So if you can't do step number one, like you can go and have a job, it's okay. But when you do step number one, when you aim, bro, when you literally aim to become a top 1% in health and strength, that literally translates to you being able to actually go through the struggles of business. It means that you can go through the rejections that happen in business or the failures that happen in business. But if you've never gone through all these things, if you've never like almost like done like the training wheels and all that stuff, you can never do the real stuff. But then the third reason, let's just say you don't have a degree and you don't want to get a job. Even though like there's nothing wrong with having a job, but let's just say you don't want to do it. But listen, once you get to like top 1% in strength and health, do you even need a product to sell anymore? Bro, like you become the product. The energy you radiate after that is just so contagious. Like you literally feel like this when your testosterone goes high. Like you can literally walk around, say anything you want, and do whatever you want. Even if you have like $0 in your bank. And just this alone, bro, like it makes people actually want to invest in you. It makes people like actually want to work with you. And this is important. This is why this is step number one. Now, could you make money without doing this step? Of course, bro. You can make a lot of money without doing this step. But why am I including this as step number one? Look at this. Bro, a person who has done this step, they can literally like wipe the floor with you if you've never done this step and you've made money. Like, listen, take Aiden Ross, for example, right? Take Aiden Ross and then take Tate from like when he was the same age as Aiden, but he was like super broke. Like, make them go against each other. Which one's gonna win? Or don't even make them fight. Just make them go against each other in whatever thing they do. Like, make Tate a streamer or something, like just like Aiden Ross. Bro, like Tate would destroy Aiden. And why is that? Because he's going through the step. But now listen, take Aiden Ross and make him go through the step right now. Bro, like you'll have like an entire different new monster. And by the way, I'm not saying I'm like a top 1% in strength and health. I'm not even saying become. I'm saying aim to become. So I tried to actually become, and I'm still trying to become. And my numbers are not even that bad, bro. Like a few years ago, I used to be way worse, man. But ever since I started doing this step, like it's almost like everything I do just starts to work. And listen, if I never did this step back in the day, you would never be sitting here watching this video of me talking. Why would you watch it? Like imagine if I was like just a little skinny boy. You wouldn't watch me, bro. Like I'm not saying I'm like a big boy right now. I'm still a bit skinny, I know. But like my strength has increased by a lot. And keep this in mind, bro. You can literally go down to $0, but as long as you still have your health, as long as you still have your strength, you're good, bro. But now let's just say you take away the health and let's take away the strength. You can't even make any more money, bro. So you need this. The health and the strength is so important. And why am I including both health and strength together? Because listen, man, again, if you can't lift heavy, then you're not healthy. You don't need to go do blood tests and all that stuff. If you can't lift heavy anymore, then that's it. Like, there's something wrong with you. And again, I'm still on this step right now. I'm still doing it every single day. Like, every day, like when I go to the gym, bro, for me, it's like work. And every single day, I'm still trying to improve these numbers. I'm still trying to become 1%, man. I haven't reached it yet, but I'm still trying to become. But anyway, this is step number 1. Step number 2 is, you see all these things right here? Listen, you can pick any one of these right now, any one of these like money-making businesses, go and do it, go do actual work in it, and you'll be successful. Now listen, there aren't actually a lot of things to do to actually go and make money online. It's very limited things. So when someone comes in and they're like, oh, this is like some new way to actually start making money, there's nothing new anymore. So stick to these things, but I'll show you something different. It's not new, obviously, but I'll show you like a way to actually pick a business model and then combine it with another one so that, let's just say this one failed, this one's definitely going to succeed. Here's what I mean by that. So let's just say you're going to be picking dropshipping, okay? And you've done step number 1. So this is what you'll do. You'll go through dropshipping, and don't tell me you don't know what dropshipping is. Go and pick a product, go and make a website, go and start running ads, or go do organic marketing and all that stuff. Do everything. But now let's just say whatever you did is not going to succeed. Let's just say you did all these steps, but it's not going to succeed. Well, this is what you do. You have your dropshipping business, but the other thing you'll have is you'll have your personal brand. Now listen, this is something that if someone told me this back in the day, Habibi, I would have been like way more successful, man. So this is what you'll do. You'll have your actual business model, and then you'll have your actual personal brand. Now, for your personal brand, I'm not saying come here and like start making videos like the way I'm doing it right now. I'm not saying that. I'm saying whatever you're good at. Now listen, let's just say you are good at writing, okay? If you're good at writing, build your personal brand on Twitter. And listen, a lot of you guys are going to be underestimating this step right here, but trust me, this is so important. This can actually help you, like let's just say you failed in dropshipping, for example. Well, you'll take the failure from dropshipping, go on Twitter, and basically just write about it. Now here's the thing, what I realized, man, and this is something so crazy, what I realized, man, is that on social media, like, people are not really interested in seeing like you flexing great results. Did you know I made so many videos of me actually sharing my results, of me like sharing so many like golden tips that even when I heard them I was like, dang, this is freaking amazing. But those videos never get views. I'm like, why aren't they getting views? But then the videos of me showing how like I went through a business model and I failed in it, for some reason these get so many more views. Like, I never understood why. I'm like, bro, I have videos that I'm actually showing how I'm making money in it, and like I'm showing how I made money and like how I made 100K and all that stuff, but they just never get views. Like, okay, yeah, like they get views, but like not as many as the videos where it's just me like going through like some business model and all that stuff, and then like I fail it, and I'm like, all of a sudden I get more views on those compared to the ones where I'm actually sharing like golden results. So this is what I'm trying to say, especially now because Twitter actually came up with the ad revenue stuff. So if you have like a Twitter account, you can start getting ad revenue from it if your account is like big enough. But even so, it doesn't matter. What you want to do, bro, is like start something, like start affiliate marketing, start copywriting, start dropshipping. Go through the steps of doing all that. I'm not going to walk you through all the steps because it's going to be an entire long video. And my channel is filled with actually steps on how to do those things. But like go through the steps of like dropshipping. And then let's just say you are good at writing. Start a Twitter brand. You don't even have to show your face. Like you can show your face on the profile picture. But like everything else, you're just going to be writing in it. And basically just share your experience. People love seeing the story of other people. And this is actually like this is such a great realization that came to me. It's that on social media, people just want to see the process. Like they would rather hear the whole story than to just see like the end result. Like if your story also is entertaining, and most of the time it's going to be entertaining if you actually fail. Like if you tried so hard and then you still failed, it's still going to be entertaining. And if you're able to like take that whole story and then just share it on like Twitter, for example, people are going to like it. And this is the crazy part. I'm not saying go on Twitter and just be like, oh man, I'm just failing so bad, I can't do a single thing right. I'm not saying that. Like, don't be sharing like your bad things in public, but just share it in a way where it's like you did everything, but then all of a sudden this was the result. Like you just made, for example, $2 in it, and next time you'll share even more results. So the personal brand, you're basically going to be building it on whatever platform that you think you're best at. So again, if you're good at writing, do it on Twitter. If you're good at just having like vertical videos like this, just recording yourself, do TikTok and then do Instagram at the same time and combine those and just start posting. Listen, you know, I know a guy, bro. I know a friend of mine. All he used to do, bro, is that he used to like just literally have his camera vertical, record himself just like this, and then post it on Instagram. Basically, all he would do is he would go like read some books on copywriting, get some like valuable information, take that information, speak it on a video like this, and then post it on Instagram. And then what he does is that in copywriting, obviously you need clients, right? So what he does is that he goes and reaches out to clients. And then with those clients, when they read his DM, and then they go and check his Instagram page, and it's filled with all these videos of him like just recording himself like this, and they watch it, they're like, dang, this guy actually knows what he's talking about. Then they're like, you know what, I want to work with him. And he actually gets clients that would pay him like $2,000 a month minimum. So this is the crazy part. Your personal brand, bro, your personal brand is becoming like the modern day resume. Like, people don't care about resumes anymore. They just want to see like an actual personal brand. And this is such a cheat code, man. Like, again, you don't even have to be good at what you're doing, as long as like you're presenting yourself in a good way, sharing a story, even if you failed in whatever you did, but like sharing an actual story, people are going to be respecting that and people are going to like that. So this is step number 2. Do dropshipping and actually go hard on dropshipping. And while you're doing dropshipping, have your personal brand on the side. Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, anything. Even Threads, for example. If you're going to be doing Twitter, do Threads as well, because it's basically the same as Twitter and it's new. And then basically just go on that and just share the entire story of you going through dropshipping or you going through affiliate marketing. And even better is, if you're doing this whole thing, if you're doing the personal brand and you're doing dropshipping, basically share valuable tips on your personal brand. Like, don't come and be like, oh, I made this much money, I made that much money. You don't need to do that. Like, I'm not saying go lie, don't lie. But let's just say you found like a great tactic on how to find winning products or winning dropshipping products. Then bro, just like record yourself doing it, or go and write about it on Twitter, and just share that story, or share that tip. This is so crazy too. Like, I found this guy on Twitter, or actually TikTok. He's basically like a truck driver, and he's just sharing like himself. He's like, this is hour number 1 of my truck driving job. This is hour number 2, this is what happens. This is hour number 3, that's what happens. And then if you go on his actual profile, he's got like hundreds of thousands of followers. So if this guy goes through step number 3, which I'll share with you, bro, like, he can literally just quit the job that he has. And bro, like, this is actually so valuable, because let's just say that you did copywriting, right? Well, bro, it's so hard to just go on like find like emails of people that can become your potential clients, and then going to like cold email them, or going to like cold DM them, and then expecting them to actually say yes to you. That's so hard, because especially nowadays, like, people have been so burned out. They don't want to work with people who don't have a presence. But now let's just say again, like, you have your personal brand, you're posting it on Instagram and all that stuff, or Twitter, and then you go on DM people. They're going to be way more likely to respond to you and way more likely to actually want to work with you. So it doesn't matter if you have like 100 followers, or it doesn't matter if you have like 10,000 followers. It's all the same. As long as you're being like your authentic self and you're sharing like valuable info, then you go and reach out to clients in terms of copywriting, then they're going to be listening to you and they're going to be wanting to work with you. So look, I'm not telling you a specific business model to do. I'm saying do any one of them that matches your personality. If you're more into copywriting, do copywriting. If you're more into dropshipping, do dropshipping. But I'm saying, whatever you do here, make sure you build a personal brand on whatever social media platform, and just share your entire experience with whatever business you pick. Do you understand me? This is not that hard. Now, step number 3, let's just say you did TikTok, right? But let's just say the topic that you picked to do videos on a TikTok is dropshipping. And then while you're doing the videos, you actually started to get more followers on your personal brand. Habibi, you can actually just come and then monetize that whole thing. You don't have to be coming here and then selling like a $1,000 course. And then you don't even have to be coming and then selling a course on how to make $10,000. You don't need to do that stuff. From here, you can start monetizing your audience in many different ways. One of the ways you can do it, bro, is let's just say like you're sharing all the stuff about dropshipping and people really liked your personality. And you're gonna have a lot of people, by the way, who actually like your personality. Well, now what you could do is you can do consulting, bro. Like, people can literally come and pay you for your time, where you can actually just go and help them. Don't be coming here and then telling me it's like, okay, but I don't actually have great results. Listen, if you actually went hard, and I said go hard, if you actually went hard on dropshipping, you're gonna have some results. Even like your first $1,000. And there's actually gonna be people who, bro, they haven't even made their first $1,000. And if they learn from someone like you, who, let's just say, didn't even reach their first 100K, but they've only reached, for example, like 10K in revenue, which resulted in like $2,000 in profit, you know it's actually more valuable for them to learn from you than for someone else? Because you have literally just taken like that next step. They haven't taken that next step. So what you're going to be doing is just helping them take that next step. Now, I'm not saying go and charge like $3,000 for your time. I know people do that, but I'm not saying you go and do that, because you don't really, like, you don't have the results to actually do that. So what you'll do is just charge $50. $50 for 1 hour. And just now you've monetized your 1 hour, which is crazy. So this is one thing you can do, which is consulting. And don't think of it as like something like, oh, it's so hard and like I'm not even qualified for it. Trust me, you are qualified, man. But step number 2 is obviously to go and sell like an ebook or a course. Now listen, I'm not saying go and sell like a course on dropshipping on how to start making $10,000. I'm not saying that. But let's just say, like, you're doing dropshipping, but you found that you're actually very good at doing product research. Well, now you can sell a course for like $27 on how to do product research. You don't have to go and teach everyone how to do dropshipping. Just come in and teach them how to do product research. Or let's just say you're very good at understanding like your customer. Well, okay, bro, make a course for $27 or $17 where you show people how to actually do market research, how to actually come and then understand your customer by going on Amazon, reading the reviews, going on Reddit, going on threads and all that stuff. Like you're taking like a portion of dropshipping and then creating like an entire course out of it. Now, the reason why you're doing that is because let's just say you've learned copywriting, which I did. There's actually this idea that if you get into like a saturated market, you can just take a portion of that thing. Like for example, if it's dropshipping, you can just take a portion of dropshipping. So dropshipping has many things. But one of the things that it has is like product research. So if you just take product research, the idea, and make an entire course out of it, for not so expensive, by the way. I'm not saying go and sell it for like $1,000 or $500. Like $50 should be enough. But now it's like you're actually helping people with such specialized knowledge that other people are not even helping them in. And as a result, like you're making money from it. Now you're not claiming that you've made millions from dropshipping. You're not saying that. And you're not even scamming people. You're actually helping people. And this is actually crazy because now it's like you have your personal brand, you're monetizing that. And at the same time, you have like the dropshipping thing and you're monetizing that. And also what this is going to do, bro, is that you know how it's like you're running your dropshipping store or you're just running your affiliate marketing, whatever business you picked. Well, okay, when you're doing the personal brand, it's almost like the whole dropshipping thing or affiliate thing, it just becomes like an entire game. Because now in your head, it's like you have to do it because, well, you gotta share results on this side. Like on the other side, you're expected to perform. You're expected to like talk about something. So what it's gonna do to your dropshipping thing is that it's gonna take away this whole mentality of like lack or overthinking and all that stuff. And you know how it's like when you actually help someone with something, it's like you start to understand that thing even better. And I remember, you've done step number 1 too, right? And step number 1 means that you've become, or you try to become, a top 1% in strength and health. And because of that, people are actually gonna be more likely to listen to you. And this is so important. You don't want to listen to some guy who's like super skinny or like some guy who's like super fat. You don't want that. But if it's like some guy who's actually fit and he's just talking about his story and he's sharing like some valuable tips on what he's doing, like that's so valuable. And now again, like let's just say you picked copywriting and you were doing copywriting, but you're sharing on your personal brand like so much great value on copywriting and all that stuff, and then sharing your story in copywriting. Well, bro, like now you can even monetize more clients from your personal brand to your copywriting business. Like this is so crazy. Remember, nowadays, your resume is not, it's not like a paper, bro. It's not like a paper where you take it and post it on Indeed. It's not that. It's your personal brand. And bro, like, I truly believe nowadays, like everyone needs to own at least one page on like Instagram, on Twitter or YouTube that actually is able to make them money. If you don't have like one page that can make you money, like what's wrong with you, bro? Start growing something. Like this stuff nowadays is so important. And then you know something too? Like, listen, you're not even late to the party. Like, there is still so much opportunity. Like, listen, let's just say right now, you decided to become like a nurse or something. Well, listen, Habibi, start making videos of you being a nurse. Like, actually, start making videos of you, like, doing your nurse stuff. And then once you see that you actually have, like a good loyal following of people, then you can go and monetize all these people. What you can do is just go and sell an ebook, like I said. Like, bro, if you're a nurse, you can actually just come and sell an ebook about how to become a nurse. Don't you know there's actually a lot of people who, like, are interested in becoming a nurse? Or let's just say you work in cybersecurity. Bro, you can make a course or an ebook, an entire ebook, that teaches people how to get into cybersecurity. Now, you have like your $5,000 job, and all of a sudden you have like another stream of income that's making you at least like $1,000 a month. And all you're doing is what? Like you wrote the ebook because you already have the knowledge, and you're selling it to an audience that you already built because you already have the credibility and all that stuff. And all of a sudden now like you have like 2 incomes, one from the actual job that you have, and then one from the ebook that you have. And if you have no job, like we said in the beginning, like I said, bro, you gotta do dropshipping, you gotta do copywriting, you gotta do affiliate marketing. Do one of those, and then take any of those, and then just start documenting it. And it's gonna become, like you'll notice, bro, it's gonna become actually fun. Like right now, you're not really doing all this stuff. Like you're not doing dropshipping or affiliate marketing for the sake of just making money. Like, yeah, obviously you wanna make money, but now it's like, the whole thing just becomes like a video game. And then once it becomes a video game, then you've taken out like the overthinking self from it. So you'll notice it actually becomes a lot more easier. Now the 4th step, this one you can skip it, but you don't have to skip it, but I would say if you do it, it's even better. The 4th step is that, let's just say you built all your following on TikTok or whatever platform you built it in. Now what you'll do is that instead of selling people directly on TikTok, you're gonna take all these people and put them on like a Telegram channel, or take them and put them on like a Discord channel, Or take them and put them to your email list. Look, nowadays, like the new email list is not even like an email list. It's just like a Telegram channel, or it's just like a Discord channel. But when you take all these people that you've built on TikTok, for example, like let's just say you pick Telegram, for example, which is the easiest. Now it's like you just own these people. And then from there, like once you built it more and more, you're just able to sell a product like easily. And what's beautiful about it is that you're going to be selling like a digital product. You're basically selling information, and that's such a nice thing to monetize. Like it's so easy to monetize. Now, one last thing. I know some of you guys are gonna be writing down in the comments. You're gonna be like, "Well, listen, bro. Like if I start a YouTube channel, for example, or if I start like a Twitter account right now, like how am I gonna differentiate myself from the other people? Like there are so many people who are talking about dropshipping. So many people talking about like copywriting, for example. How am I gonna be differentiating myself from these people? Well, listen, Habibi. I'm pretty sure there's only one Mohammed like me, and that person is me. There's not a freaking person in the world that can talk like me, or that can basically make videos like me. It's just me, bro. Like my story is just my story, and this is so funny, man, because your story is just your story. And then what's even funnier, like this is like a paradox, right? It's like all of us have unique stories, all of us have unique circumstances, and at the same time, all of us have like similar stuff. Like all of us have actually gone through a business and then failed, or tried to apply for a job and then failed. Like all of us have done something and then failed. There's not a single one of us who's actually like done something and then succeeded, then done something and then succeeded, then done another thing and then succeeded. None of us. All of us literally have like the same exact thing. We've all done stuff and we got stuff. Bro, like literally. But what's even greater is that we did say you have to do step number 1, right? Now what step number 1 is going to do to you is that you just being on camera and then you going through step number 1 is just going to radiate so much more energy, and it's going to make people more attracted to you. Now listen, you could say I'm basically talking to the men because I am a man myself. Like for the women, I don't know. I don't know about women, man. I've never studied women right now. But I guess you could do step number 1 as well. I don't freaking know, man. But for the guys out there, like, bro, you have to do step number 1. Like, aim to become a top 1% in strength and health. Like, I noticed back in 2019, the end of it, when I actually started to take, like, my actual strength seriously, I used to see it's like I would go to the gym and I would see myself, like, building, right? It's like I'm building this whole body and all that stuff. And then every single time I do it, like, it's almost like you just get like another boost of confidence. And then actually like it makes you like a unique person. It makes you like a strong person. Now, when you actually go and talk to the people, like the people respect you more. The people want to hear you more. And then it's like days are going to pass by and you're going to look back and you're going to be like, dang, who the heck was that person? Like, I'm so glad that I actually took this step of taking my strength seriously or taking my health seriously. So yes, bro, this right here is the thing that's going to differentiate you. It's just you being you. Like, take whatever thing you're going to be talking about and then just become you. That's it, bro. Just become you. These are the steps to start making a minimum $100,000 a year. Step number 1, take your health seriously and your strength seriously. Become or aim to become a top 1%. But then step number 2, pick any of the business models that I told you about. Like, listen, any of these business models, you can make money with them. It's not like one is better than the other. All of them have like their pros and have their cons. Just do any one of them, whichever one of them that matches your personality. They're all hard and they're all easy. But then once you do it, take all the experience that you're doing, take all the stories that you're going through, take all the knowledge that you have, take it, post it on a personal brand of your own on whatever platform you want to do. Whatever platform you pick is the platform that you're best at. And then go hard on that to build your personal brand by sharing the stories that you did in whatever business model you did. Once you've built a following from your personal brand, you're going to be selling them the information that's valuable. You're going to be selling them an ebook. You're going to be selling them consulting. But listen, you're not going to be charging a lot, especially if you don't have results. Like, it's like the more results you have, the more you can charge. But if you don't have a lot of results, you can still charge, but not a lot. Like $50 should be the least, or should be the max, I mean. And then the last step, which is optional, is just to take these people, put them through like a Telegram channel or like a Discord channel where you can actually own them. And then from there, you can start selling to them a lot easier, selling information. But yeah, bro, hope this was helpful. Now, this is an entire like step-by-step guide on how to start making $100,000 a year minimum. But this is like an overview. If you want to see like a detailed thing on how to do like dropshipping, for example, because bro, all of them can make you money. But if you want to see how I made 100K in dropshipping, just watch this video right here. But yeah, bro, the only reason why I made this video right now on how to make your first 100K is because I got my first 100K subscribers. So thank you guys for that. Appreciate that. Thank you.